Hello, hello. So I'm here with our little screaming kitty from yesterday. A lot of you was very worried about him being so upset. So thought I'll do a short live just to show you guys that today he's a little bit calmer. But the reason why he was making so much serious noise is because he is a very, very old gentleman. We don't know how old he is because he was found outside. But he is extremely old, and he's probably have some sort of dementia, which animals also can have. And I think that's the reason why this little guy got lost in the first place, because the people that had seen him in the area, they had seen him for about 3 weeks, and he was quite skinny and dehydrated, and he is extremely friendly. All he wants is pets and hugs, and you can tell that he's very old because he has not so much muscle mass. And also the eyes and the teeth, a little bit of everything tells us that he's a very old kitty. And these type of outbursts that older cats can have, where they really scream from the bottom of their stomach, and they're scary loud. That can happen when they, even if they are in their own home, usually during the night, they become insecure and scared and probably have a little bit of anxiety, and they're kind of like yelling, "Where am I? Where is everybody? What's going on? Please help," So it's kind of like a anxiety scared call that they're doing. And of course, this little guy is extra confused because he's ended up at the shelter. He doesn't know this place. As of yet, we haven't been able to find anybody that is missing him. I'm thinking that it's probably an older person as well. He has no ID, but he is castrated. Let's see, now he wants to... Are you a little bit hungry? Oh, come on. Let's see. I'll move you guys. Can you switch? No? Hmm? Yeah? Hi. You want to come down again? Yeah? And I'll lift you down? Yeah? Come, let me lift you down again. Okay, so he's confused. He doesn't really know what he wants. Oh, come on. Come, sit here. So everybody can see you. All right. Let's see if we have any questions. So this little guy is gonna stay with us until we find his owner, or if so, we might try and get him a foster home because he is old. and he needs also understanding for him being, uh, well, more or less senile, that he has special needs. Otherwise, he's completely healthy. We did blood work on him when he first came in because he was so dehydrated. And sometimes when you find old, really, really old cats, and um, they usually are in a very bad shape. You're worried that the kidneys or the liver is not doing good, but his blood work is perfect. So he could hang on for quite some while. But sometimes the dementia could progress in the way that they stop being able to do normal things, their normal routine, and then that could also cause them not to be able to do their toilet things proper, and to an extent it becomes a problem where when you have to we had one cat like this a few years back, and at one point, we were, oh, somebody's vacuuming right now. We had to bathe her several times a day because she got so dirty from feces and stuff when she wasn't able to do her toiletry stuff proper. So then you have to start thinking, what is what's okay for an older cat. Jose, you're gonna want to walk away now. Okay, we'll follow you around. All right. Yeah. Yeah. You want to be in my lap, but you don't really know. Okay. Yeah. Well, he's full of love. He's such a sweet little guy, but he is confused. Aw, hello. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you want to get up there? Mm. Oh. Yeah. Find some food. Mm. We don't really know how old he is, but he is really old. I could think that maybe he's 18 to 20, actually. He's a really old cat. So I think that he was actually a cat who was used to going in and out. And then as the dementia progressed, he got more and more confused, and then one day he wandered off from his house, and maybe the owners think that he went off to lay down somewhere and die, because old cats sometimes do that when they know it's time. They can go off and lay down somewhere to die. So maybe they're not looking for him. I don't know, but it's sad that he's not allowed to. Well, not allowed, but that he's not with his family in his last time. I think that he has been outside for some time because, but probably no more than maybe a month, because of he's not been able to support himself by hunting and finding prey. So he's lost weight. But then when he came to where he was found, or the family that noticed him, they started feeding him. So he wasn't like totally like, well, he had some food at least, but he still was very skinny when he came in. So now he's kind of locked himself. He doesn't really know what he's gonna do. And that's the part of the disease, really, that he's... Oh, now he lays down. So if you have an old cat and it's howling in the night, a night light could help so that it's not completely dark. And also having the cat in a smaller space, like closing the cat in with you in the bedroom, for instance, and also have the litter box and food and water with you in the bedroom, and closing the door so that the cat doesn't have the so that the cat can't wander off in the night, because this is usually like at 2 or 3 a.m. that they wake up and they're like, oh, where am I? And maybe their vision isn't as good as it used to be because they're old and it's dark, so you get insecure, and that's when they start howling. Sometimes just picking them up and hugging them might also soothe and calm them down, because they know your smell. Usually these episodes of howling only lasts a few minutes. Let's see, there's coming some questions. My cats only have... yeah, some cats actually wake up in the night also because they're bored, and then they find ways to get us to wake up. And some cats have really figured out really well how to get us to get up and feed them and do different things, and then they get it into a habit. I think that cats can dream and have nightmares. Yeah, I think that, but they don't go into as often as maybe dogs do, that you can like see them in deep sleep. You know, dogs, you can usually see that they're really like running in their sleep and stuff like that, but cats not as often. But I think absolutely that they dream. So now this guy is completely relaxed, but he's not sleeping, but he's tuned out in anyway. I think that he is kind of unaware and uninterested in other cats. But I think he probably, because he is old and he hasn't given any signals here that he doesn't like other cats or that he's stressed with other cats. Otherwise, you usually tell if they're like, when they scent or see other cats, that they start hissing and being stressed. But he shows no signs of that, so I think he's pretty okay with other cats. Right now, he's kind of in quarantine so that we can deworm him and vaccinate him and stuff. And once we usually have them in quarantine for 2 to 3 weeks, depending on their background. And after that, we know that they are not carrying any diseases or parasites or anything like that. So then we could introduce him with some other cats that are old. Yes, I have seen cats with asthma. It's becoming more common, actually. And it kind of looks like they're coughing, but usually they lay kind of flat on the ground, and they bring their chin up to make it easier to breathe, and they're kind of coughing, or maybe it kind of looks like they're going to throw up depending on the severeness of the asthma. But if they do this every day or several times a day, it's time to talk to a vet, because then they might need either, first you usually give them medication to see if the symptoms stop, and if you have a success of that with the medication, then you usually get to have like that you breathe. They breathe just like asthma medicine. They breathe it in twice a day, and has a very good effect. Cats that snore. Um, Sometimes these sounds and behaviors can be either, like you're saying, it could be from stress, it could be coughing up a fur ball. It could also be because of weight. If you have excess weight, you will also maybe snore and breathe more. It will be more heavy for the body to breathe. So I guess also if you have maybe what's the word? Some cats can have. I mean, if you the most important thing is to look at your cat and their habits. If they're doing things that are kind of not what they're supposed to do as often, then there's always good to speak with a vet, because there could be something deeper that they might need treatment for. Ah, 6 kilos, that's a big boy. What's that? You wrote, it was kind of weird. Furalls? 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 You might have autocorrect on furballs. Furballs. Also, it really depends on the cat. Some cats have no trouble with furballs at all. Some cats get a lot of hairballs, and it really is very individual how the body treats and take care of the furballs. If you have a cat that has a habit of throwing up fur balls often, I would actually look for a food or like dry food that is particularly made for cats with long hair, because it has stuff in it that dissolves the fur balls so that they don't throw up. Some cats that do get a lot of fur in the stomach can actually get like constipated, and if you're really unlucky, you can actually end up having surgery to remove the hairballs. It can happen, yes. So having a good food is really the first way to start. But of course, brushing your cat regularly is also good, because then you take away some of that excess hair that would otherwise end up in the stomach. So those two things, good food and brushing. Yeah, cat grass is also a good thing, but not all cats actually eat the grass. Some are completely crazy. Huh? Lucy. Oh, customers, I've gotta go. Some cats don't want to eat the cat grass. Some are crazy about it, and some eat it only so they can throw up. There's something called cat malt. I don't know if it's the same word in English, but it's a specific, usually comes on a tube that cats can lick, like not like candy, but they can eat it, and also supposed to help dissolve the hairballs in the system. But otherwise, I think if you have a good dry food to start with, that is specifically made, I mean, a high quality food that is made specifically for cats with long hair, it has that already in it, so you don't have to have all of extra stuff on the side. So I gotta run because I have a new cat arriving. I'll try to do more lives. This is like my second, I think, and it's difficult because you have to have something to talk about. But I just wanted to show you this little guy because he was so upset yesterday, and all of you got upset from him howling, and now you can see that he's very calm. But he has these episodes now and then, which is part of his disease with the dementia. So I'm signing off now. Have a great day, everybody.